So 2 nights ago, I put on something called a Zeo Sleep Manager to actually measure my sleep. It's this this headband right here, and it links to an iPad or iPhone. Check it out. So it's about midnight, and I'm really tired, so I'm going to try to go to bed. I find I'm tired all the time, or maybe it's just that I work a lot, and therefore it's normal that I would be tired all the time. So I'm hoping this device will be able to tell me what my sleeping patterns are like. There's this headband device that somehow syncs to an app that you download on your iPhone. So I'm going to put this headband on and see if it looks. I look like a complete dork. This is ridiculous. I don't know how I'm going to sleep with this thing wrapped around my head, but supposedly it'll measure my sleep patterns, and we'll see what happens in the morning. So, wish me luck. Good night. So I wore that all night long. I was surprised. I thought it might come off my head. I've become now obsessed with this, and I literally want to measure my sleep every night, because at the end, you wake up in the morning and you have a complete printout of your night's sleep. It's the coolest thing. I don't even really use my iPhone very much, but it's given me a reason to use my iPhone. It tells you how much REM sleep you got, how much light sleep. I don't know what any of it means, but it looks really cool to get a little chart. That's like one of the charts I get. What do you learn?
It was pretty interesting. So the night that you wore it, you got about 7.5 hours of sleep. My guess is that's not characteristic for you.
Yeah, I usually get less.
How much less, Anderson?
It's in the 5.5, 6
Right,
sometimes.
that's kind of what I was assuming. It was interesting here was you had deep sleep, REM sleep. You woke up 4 times, which is not necessarily uncommon.
Right, I had a huge nightmare, and I actually woke up and walked around.
That wouldn't be surprising based on the data, because you had 3 hours and 15 minutes of REM sleep. Generally speaking, you should have had about an hour and a half to 2 hours of REM sleep. So you had an extended REM period, or what we call a REM rebound. Because if I had to guess, just by looking at this, I would say that you were sleep deprived for several nights before,
right, yeah.
And then you finally got enough time to get in bed, and your body was so craving that deep REM sleep.
Right, in fact, I couldn't sleep the night before.
That doesn't surprise me at all, and that probably threw you into this. We took your information and we plugged it into what we would consider to be your sleep age. So how do you sleep? Do you sleep like what kind of a person? So it turns out that the night that you did the Zeo, you sleep like a 34-year-old.
Oh, well, that's good. Is that good? I think that's good.
That's great. Are you kidding? I'm 44. I would love to sleep like a 34-year-old. But when we changed the numbers to give what would be your normal amount of sleep time, it turns a little different. It turns out that you normally sleep like a 55-year-old.
Wah, wah, wah.
And all we did was change the actual time of sleep and how you would necessarily rate the quality of your sleep.
Right.
So one of the things,
last night, I got 4 hours sleep.
And what we now know is people who sleep less than 5 hours on a regular basis have a significantly increased mortality rate.
Okay, well, that's kind of a downer.
Yep.